it's always nice to have a bit more in the tank.
All right, second marksman comes through actually for EG, so gonna be hard damage carry. Does give them poke tools if he wants to play the AP version of Corki. That said, there's plenty of engage for
now EG know he's there, and here they come for the dive.
Versus one, has oranges, no flash, barrel lands in one, auto one to bin. Here comes the taunt, here comes the TP as well, knock up, and a first blood comes through for
worried about dragon stacking though, because they've got this early gold lead. They can very easily fight the next dragon. They also have so much gold.
Get a full stack of what in your legendary is, which is like, I think like 3% attack speed. It's like, okay, this is going to be a really lot of damage and impact. That's a flash, gets away from R3, will barely stay alive. Ulti's up in a second, so we can clear the wave. And actually,
Inspired is coming with Nocturne Ultimate to cover.
Yeah.
But is that going to be enough? Now, if you pop Nocturne Ultimate, you can still Galio Ultimate if you're very, very quick about it.
3v1 though, as Waves on the way over as well. Won't kill the turret just yet, but it's getting lower and lower. Impact trying to heal back up. Pulls in the TP. Pulls in the team. Will it be enough? Huge damage. Inspired TPs flash the way. Way knocks him down and gets out with it. Beautifully done. RNG crush the top side.
And we're not over yet. We might be looking at another one. Bean is pushing the wave in. Impact and Jojo Pure have nowhere to go.
Oh, this is good. The Herald's going to be there to tank the turret forever. We know Impact low.
Mink's coming too. It's going to be 4 RNG.
This is going to be enough. Ben's going to come in. Gallion to the side. Will not find much just yet. Here's the crash. And their damage towards Impact doesn't kill him yet. Corki's down for one. Impact going to follow as well. Just beautifully.
Right, where it's like, oh, you know, this guy is going to have his fun while Uzi's away. Then Uzi comes back. He goes back in his cage of feeding Uzi. And just like, you don't get to play. But it's actually kind of become a bit of a kind of a title that he's appreciated now, because he has won, you know, this spring, last spring as well in the LPL, MSI last year. But
and they're going to find the first little bit of a slow. He's going to be net. The fear is on GP ult as well. They're trying to burn down Ben. He's getting the damage across though. Just Drain takes the one, and reinforcements have arrived. Impact, you are going to fall, my friend. Just let Ben get another kill. 3 on the board.
You would have thought us.
And as you called out, dragon stacking not a concern for RNG because they get the second one, not a problem.
Behind it, to me, it is always worth it to try and focus your efforts on just one area for a counterattack.
Spidey senses Impact. Oh, the anchor's going to land. Nocturne may try to show up, but will it even be enough? Knocked into the air. Impact knocked up again. Oranges autoed to death. They're going to try now for the other side of the dive here. 4 versus 2. Overload the right-hand side, and they're on the board. A shutdown comes through Jojo Puppet. Here's the taunt, and they're going to start slaughtering. One's down already. Danny locked in place. Feathers fly. He's going to flee. Gala comes in. It's going to be blocked, and barely EG don't lose more.
Trying to come down, and I think they were just a little bit earlier on trying to pull this play off. When you look at like the state of the map, right, you're going to Dragon in 2 minutes, Rift Herald is coming up about the same time. If you kind of held on to these big ults,
as a deep dive by RNG to then try and get something back, but we're already back to live.
Slams to the ground. That's going to be Danny 6 feet under. A stopwatch for Vulcan will not keep him alive. That is just a rune missing now. Mid lane outer is going to drop. The gold lead grows and grows, and this is maybe an entire inhibitor, by the way. There's only been one recorded competitive loss of a team who killed an inhibitor pre-20 minutes, and it was a Giga throw. It always wins if you kill an inhibitor pre-20, basically.
I mean, look, we'll have to see.
At least be some members of RNG on the other side of the map, and they're fishing around for top side to try and get a comeback. I like this call from EG because they're trying to poke around Baron while sending Impact bottom, but looks like the recall from Impact is coming off, so they're just going to all in 5v5.
Mink might have to flash this one, got to get rooted in place. Here comes the dive. Will it be enough? Knock going to come across. Mink stays alive, and down goes Nocturne. 1 for 0 so far. TV coming in for the gangplank. Will it be enough? Ben dropped a bit low. Dunk onto 3. Here comes Galio, and it's going to be everyone immuning it, but Gameplank's already dead. Vulcan might be next. Here comes Xiaohu. Here comes Gala, and he's been invited to the ball. A double kill. Absolutely.
Low health member cycled out of the team fight. First, they cover for Ming, get him out of there. Then Bin used the mist, and they had to get him back out. Here's the Hail Mary steal from Jojo. Can he do it? Big one down.
He's going to hope the package is going to be smoked. Well played. He's going to flash to safety. A nice valiant effort. Nah, Bin's going to be fine. Jojo in this game.
Honestly, if Bin didn't have the hollowed mist, I wasn't sure he just wasn't going to start murdering people in that pit. Like, they were very low after that fight, but now RNG on the bottom tower, and EG will have to back away.
They certainly will.
yeah, that turret's going down. You saw Ming try. You saw
that last fight, picked up so many of the last hits. This is an incredibly rich Gala Kaisa.
This is the game.
Yeah.
RNG finding the 3rd dragon.
Obviously, an incredible opening here for RNG.
All right, apparently they don't know how to do this. There was supposed to be a scare price graphic. We'll try again in game 2, and we'll try again. But JoJoPyun gonna get taunted into place, rooted in place, and just dies. A killing spree here for Xiaohu, and they're gonna try to maybe turn them around, but this is gonna be Inspired dropping as well. A flash to safety. Nah, Wei's gonna EQ, flash R, dunk, and set up for a little bit more. Already 3 kills have been found. Danny's on the way out. Bin would love to find the 4th kill. The team fight won't quite get it here, but the middle inhibitor is gonna drop.
I mean, RNG now starting to put their foot on the pedal. You got Wave and topside here as well, so they're just going to rotate over and pick up that one. With only 2 members of EG here, this is going to be a very difficult hold.
Gonna try, but it's not gonna be enough. You're 10 seconds of the respawns from many of them. Double inhibitor gonna drop. We'll see if they play for the Nexus itself. Still 2 minutes on Baron's, not much else to play for. They're playing inside the base for sure. This is going to be the look at any of the
they
game.
are in this game, then sometimes you can get them to play even more scared in the next game.
Yeah, oh, hold on, we got a fight going on right now. They're going to find that first taunt. Vulcan, they're going to have a hard time getting away from this one. There we go, attacks come in. Gala is godlike, and we're going to find the next little bit pretty soon. JoJoPyun able to get away, burning his flash and Valkyrie.
Yeah, I mean, look, I definitely agree with the whole kind of try to break the mental, but I feel like if there's one person that you can't break the mental of, it's JoJoPyun. Like, no matter how hard you try. I mean, what was his tweet earlier today? It was like, I'm sending
Xiaohu back to top lane.
Yeah.
After this game, he'll tweet another trash talk tweet.
Yeah.
Let's get
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, well, final inhibitor to drop right now. We are 27 minutes into the game, but we've got maybe the chance to dive. A good package, a lot of damage here. He'll burn down. He'll actually die just a death stance, but the GA will keep him up for now. Inspired. Tries to buy some time, but Gala's on the way, then dives the backline. Looks for kill number 2 and 3. It's already just EG dropping. Their lair has been found. They've been evicted. It's burning to the ground, and that's going to be game 1 going to RNG.
Yeah, Inspired has to watch on from outside as his house gets taken. Gala flashes, but the Nexus falls.
No, I do feel like there's so much dive here and long range access to a Jinx on RNG that he's going to have to do a lot to keep him safe. Meanwhile, for Xiaohu, the Lissandra pick, after that Zoe that we're talking about was banned away, is right up the alley for Xiaohu.
See, again, with pressure, Xiaohu can try to get around the map, get more stuff done. Top obviously pretty spicy here with Inspired. Finishes up the first camp. That's going to be almost the kill. He's 1 in from dead, but gets the potion in time to stay alive. But now it's going to be enough because a flashless Xiaohu is gankable.
Yep, flashless Xiaohu, but he's got a ward on the top side of the map. So really good, cycling of vision there for RNG. They were able to surmise that it was a bottom side start for the Viego. They've got a ward in the back.
Danny could just be dead. Choppers come down. He's walking away, but not fast enough. Saves camp clear, sitting up there, covering, as there's not too much pressure. I believe doesn't get seen walking up here.
Exactly, and that's the key word, is covering right there, because Bin wants to get the lane in.
That'll be some good damage. No flash, he can die. Red buff. Auto, nicely done. Wei shows up for one final trade.
Right now is vulnerable. It's actually an area that they could combat.
Here we go.
Yeah, could look pretty good. Nice route there. She's staying behind the minions, but a stun could land. Remember, no flash. Charm will land the kill. Hand it over to JoJoPyun. Well played by the mid-jungle. Do it again. Has flash, has TP, has everything, even the ultimate right now. They're going to try to cut him off. 3v1. Wukong on the way over right now. Xiaohu, no TP. This should be a big dive. A nice flash gets away from the charm. He gets the barrel. Impact drops aggro, but there's the Heartbreaker, and it's going to be Wukong on the board. Here comes Wukong. 300 health on Inspire, 200 left on Impact. Wei could try. He's gonna go right now. This should be a knockup. This should be a kill. There's a red buff claimed, and now JoJoPyun has a flash, and he's gonna burn it now.
I mean, nice job still from EG.
It's theoretically playable, though it would have to go to a turret to do so. Looks like it's gonna get burned down, though. No one's gonna be able to contest in time. RNG. Yep, gonna go ahead and claim the first one. Knockup is here, though. Right as Mink goes in, and Tom Kent has arrived. 1 for 0, and Inspired now shows up. Looks for the knockup, doesn't find it just yet, though. Rooted in place. 2 for 0, looking for a third, and evil geniuses have scaled long enough.
The wave, and then say, hey, guess what? Impact doesn't have teleport, so even though I don't have my ult, I could go.
I think the biggest thing as well is trying to prevent the counterplay run. That top side is Danny.
The E-pull not going to quit that all quite in range. Summoner healed by Danny used to get away. Big damage to Impact now. Inspired, I should say. Wei going to be stunned, but it's only the clone as Vulcan shows the charm lands. Heartbreaker, and Wei's going to drop, and they're going for more. Xiaohu, self-ult, Inspired. Only the clone is low. Goes in for Gala. Danny knocked up and dead, but they trade 80 carries. JoJoPyun still cutting away. Ming a bit low. Xiaohu still on the chase. Inspired forced to run away. Bin shuts him down, and JoJoPyun running for the hills. Here comes the rest. Xiaohu is in, gets the kill. Vulcan should be dropping as well. Impact is not here.
As Kobe says, the TP comes in, Bin shows up, and that's the difference maker in the whole equation.
Those pesky teleport timers. The beginning of that fight was game on the bottom side of the map. Here's the chunk at the very beginning. So Inspired, after receiving so much of this CC, JoJo dashes forward, finds the Wukong, has an Ignite on him, so he's able to land the charm, and then they flash forward, getting the lead in this fight. But again, the teleport, we'll see it start channeling now. Even with the advantage here for EG, and the big chunk there onto Gala from the Q from Inspired, they finish off that kill. But as soon as Bin gets here, he's got red buff on. So he's burning you trial by fire plus red buff, so Inspired, even with the ultimate away, still goes down. And then the flash.
Oh my god, we're into it again.
Duncan and Vulcan, he's gone already, but a stun looks good. Xiaohu will drop, and a kill goes to Danny. Double knockup, no, a flash and one. Gala gonna be charmed, and EG find it again. A 2-for-1 team fight.
Right back to live, and they keep swinging. Freak. Way is now in.
Oh, but he's got no way out, I don't think. He's gonna try, but the charm just keeps landing. JoJo
again. Impact. You see him on the minimap. He did so much work during the season as Ornn for this team. He heads down with the long-range ultimate. Vulcan is the sacrificial frog. Xiaohu is the trade kill as JoJo comes in, and then the knockup from Impact into the charm from JoJo.
Yeah.
Just as he's falling right back down to the ground, they pick that one up. Wei goes for the solo onto Danny, but he just walks away.
And I mean, look, JoJo, these charms have been absolutely incredible in every single setup and actually go for these nice flanks. So at least with EG having control, it can work out reasonably well at the moment as they start to move in.
Wei cutting away again. Getting out of this one as EG take down some of the vision, but top lane pressure looks pretty good. So a Herald and the team knock down mid-outer. Pretty good turret, but Xiaohu.
One more charge.
And that's a nice rocket. That'll buy him a lot of time. So JoJo gonna find a slow, waits, says hello. Nice sidestep by Xiaohu, but still chunked to 500 HP. He can self-ult to buy another few seconds, but you're not getting away from this one anymore. Goes in, finds some damage. This has got to land every single time there. You're going to get the charm, you're going to get everything else you need, and it's a pretty good trade. Well done by Xiaohu. And mid's going to get pushed in, and looks like Danny will be... No, they're going to have Inspired go for a flank play instead. He's on top of the wards. They got to be careful. Xiaohu's there. Xiaohu is in the brush. Beautifully done. He's waiting for it, and EG have to turn tail and run.
Oh, what a game of hide and seek there. Xiaohu winning it all. He was waiting for that flank. Even Ming stepping up to take the rocket.
On the Drake, but the blue trinket seems what's going on. Will it even happen? Because Wei didn't finish the recall. He stayed for Honeyfruit. He is around.
Wei steals
and
these.
It's going to be this
He's done it
move.
before.
Jojiman's going to try to mark and find the charm. Is it going to happen? Here comes Bin into the pit. Xiaohu ults in as well. Heartbreaker's across. 2K out to the Baron. Early smite. Wei gets it. Wei gets everything. But will he get the kills? He's low. He's charmed. He drops. 3 dead on RNG. 2 dead for Evil Geniuses, and they want more. Baron may have gone over, but Gala in a 2v3 is going to make it really tough to work here. Both junglers are dead. There are no smites. Even Impact is dead. Gala comes in. The charm. JoJo Pyun. 1v5 in this game, it feels like, doing so well. And that should mean the Drake.
Yes, they may have lost the Baron, but they get the Dragon to cut off the soul, and they got so many kills. Look at that, negative 460 gold so far from this Baron play for RNG. Evil Genius is focused on the fight the whole time, and I believe the early smite from Inspired was to heal and keep himself alive. Let's look at it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that Wei actually doesn't fully commit into the pit here with the rest of RNG. So Xiaohu goes in, he's already pretty much out of the equation, and as the rest of RNG go in, Danny's kiting back, he's in a great position, and watch Wei as he goes in to try and make the steal.
Yeah.
As you say, EG are just focused on the kills, so it means that only Ming ends up making it out of this equation with the Baron buff.
Yeah, Inspired smited to live because there was such a good bait immunity there from Xiaohu. Xiaohu went from self-ult immediately into stopwatch and got the ultimate down on Viego, and then they killed him. But here is the return, and it's all about JoJo.
Charm flash.
It was so beautiful because Gala had his flash up. So unless you charm flash him like that, huge stuff there from the youngest player at MSI, JoJo, in a critical moment does step up for the extra kill and make sure that EG stop that.
That'll be a stun and a bin. Will it buy enough time to kill him? Wei gonna jump away. He's gonna block most of this one. JoJo goes in, forces the flash. Charm's not gonna land. Good sidestep by Bin, and Wei wants back, but not gonna find it. Vulcan chomps up Danny, walks out ult for ult.
Catch ultimate. There's so many things that can burst him down.
Defending. Finds the first knockup, pretty good. Has ulti, has flash. Not gonna be an easy kill. Zap will not land. Impact is tanky, but can't stick around forever. Mid lane turret very, very low. One wave with some time will kill it. Keep in mind, Baron buff still on.
JoJo
This game is so tense. Ming's
They're
going.
try. Flash away from Vulcan, knock up in for Impact. He's gonna get the back line. That's Danny. That's deletion. 80 carry down, and Impact is gonna be next. He can try, but he will not survive. What a great engage. Inspired Force flash away from Bin, and it's gonna be mid lane tier 2 as well. Beautifully set up. RNG knocked down 2 champions and 2 turrets.
Exactly. Great force by RNG. They know the Tom Kench ultimate is the critical factor keeping Danny alive. Without that, they take him down. They kill the Jinx, and they're not done
30
yet.
seconds, 5v3, 30 seconds till they come back up. It's going to be a lot to do. The bottom side on a control ward, so he's in Fog Seas, though. He's in a 1v5 if they go right now. Can they kill Impact? The question, though. They're going to have Shadow come over the wall. They could ult him. They could get a lot done. They will lock him down. The barrels are here. There's no way you live through this one. So Impact will just drop. He was surrounded. And because bot lane has a wave, they can't even push for more. EG could have maybe greeted for mid-tier 2, then recalled. They're going to send everyone back to go for bot lane.
Yep, they've got a recall here to defend the base because RNG are knocking at the door. Dragon is going to be where they retreat to. The turret already killed here by RNG. 25 seconds, they can retreat back to the spawning soul.
Yeah, and keep in mind, with Shahu having flash, you can flash Dragon Soul. This is going to be them for sure. It's going to be a rocket attempted steal.
Ooh.
I mean, if someone was on here, Zonia's, keep in mind, is up, though, for Shahu. He can buy a lot of time just soloing the backline. About 5 seconds between those 2 cooldowns. And no, Impact again will be found out. He's already burned E. He might burn Flash. He's rooted in place and has to burn it here. But the charm into the knockup could be even more. Impact gets a shield. Chopped up. Vulcan saves for now. QSS trying to run away. Impact will stay alive, but Vulcan, he certainly will not. And that is a nice pick set up by the RNG bot lane.
Yeah, it actually removes all Baron threat, too. Now EG.
Charm. They're going to get it. A big stun. They might kill him, but no, he gets self-ult off in time. Here comes the team fight. 5v4. Danny attacked by Way. Zonia's and Bin knocks him down. There's not going to be enough yet. Impact's going to try. Inspired will, but it won't happen. 3-4 kills in a row. RNG don't drop a man, but EG goes home in body bag.
It's a clean sweep for RNG, and with the wave in mid, they don't care about the Baron. They're going to end the game and bring them to that 2-0.
A 2-0 start. RNG look like the best team in the world, and they are handling Evil Geniuses. A valiant effort for sure from the LCS team, but we're looking at a sweep soon.
Trades are so good for Misfortune. You're able to get off your double left, especially if you're able to maneuver around the minions, get good poke damage on the Xayah early. Basically protect themselves versus Inspired, and since he's done the same route, it will again lead to Way in top river, looking for that
Flash Ignite, they're going in for Gala. Cleanse to get away from the slows, not gonna find the kill. Vulcan could die, the flash follow! Gala needs to die, they're gonna trade it back, but support is when he gets the kill, but Danny has no way out. He's got no summoners, he's an auto from dead, the flash to follow. Ming's gonna block him off, a double kill! Ming!
This for Dragon are presence on the map because they invested so many resources top.
Dive towards Bin, ult's coming across, they're gonna flash get away from the first knockup, TP to follow now as well. Way's on the way over, be careful, Jujupim dives into the backline, will not find the charm. Ming's already here, they're gonna find that kill and an Impact, he will not survive this encounter. RNG onto their 3rd kill of the game, and EG scattered to the winds, trying to stay alive. Jujupim may have to execute. Recall, I think he's on vision. No, he's not. Blind Q? Oh, he's not going. He's going to get caught out there. That's going to be a kill. Well done to RNG. They catch the man. They're going to find their 4th.
And this one here, I think that's wise, as the top Endeavors got them so far behind, and they have no vision.
It's interesting to see the build coming through from Danny as well.
True. Yeah. Ultimate noise. Like, it's so good.
Oh, look for the play right now. Finding the root, though. Big damage. Trading it back around, though. Sun's going to come across. Double knockup. Jujupim running for his life, but Way gets the stick and takes him down. Will there be a re-engage? A flash for Vulcan. No easy way out for Shadow. The stun. There's Sealed over the top, and they're just burning through the health bars. It's bullet time.
Into Dragon while keeping all the vision control you have, as Bin is able to get one for himself in the top lane as well.
Down 3,000 gold lead now. Can't be spent just yet unless he's able to recall and then walk his way down. But second Dragon going to be uncontested. Danny, flashes, trades the kill, force ults him across. And here comes Ming for a bit more. Cleanse get away. Anchor's not quick going to land. A great sidestep by the RNG support. But the flash ult, that's going to be a kill. Danny goes down. And a root, he saves the cooldown. Vulcan, Zonia's is to buy some time, but will he die anyway? He's about to be stunned. Anchor's into the wall. And the stopwatch means nothing as RNG stops and watch him die.
And Danny was so close. The good flash there to try and take down Gala, but there was just too many members of RNG in the vicinity. Xiaohu able to come over the wall, and it just looks like maybe a panic cleanse coming through from Danny as well meant he didn't have it available when Xiaohu got on top of him.
Xiaohu won the roam. They were moving to the AD carry fight before EG was, and that was all the difference. Means Gala finishes up the outer tower. They get the second Rift Arrow charge, and getting two is so big. That's another 800 gold picked up.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm with that. Yeah,
At
just
least
two.
they're not consecutively the same role, you know? Okay, Ming gonna find himself a nice knockup there, 1v3. Here comes the reinforcements, though. It's gonna be enough, though, as Inspired's around, pushed around. Ming stays alive. The assassination
TP in behind.
gets it. TP flank, huge, deep one. I think Xiaohu coming around. He's got Bin there as well. No way out. EG, even the Hex Gates are here to hem them in. 4 men live, but not for long. When's the fight gonna start? Bin anchored in. Here comes the Ornhorn as well. Looks for Gala. Ults it to immune. Vulcan should die. Flash over for impact. Wants to kill one, but he's not gonna get much except his own death. Flashes in for the death, and that's gonna be 3 unanswered kills. EG still running for their lives. Danny has extra move speed. Bin might get in range for him.
Strut like you've never struck before, Danny.
Jojo gets a charm to buy some time. Flash! Q's gonna kill. Yes, indeed, it will. Bin finds the 4th of the fight. Inspired's already respawned.
And you can see what EG are thinking, right? RNG have already committed resources in towards the top side jungle. That's where all their vision is. If EG can try and play around that, maybe look for a pick, get the tempo back in their...
G's dot your eyes, dig the graves, put him in it. And now with the 3rd dragon.
Especially, well, let's see about this play, though.
Oh, that's a nice charm. That is double stun as well. That's a lot of damage, but Wei's able to walk out. Locket buys a lot of time as well, and Ming he won't even die. You gotta be kidding me. It's a 4 versus 2, and they live. But the knockup goes for Wei. They will maybe kill him finally. Knockup's gonna land. They get one. And hey, a Wukong. That's a big upgrade in stats and items. They're gonna try now for a Baron. Keep in mind, no smite unless Ming's spellbook's over.
Yet there was so much used by RNG, though.
He's killing me! Jojo! Gala had everything up, and he gets assassinated. So Baron is the attempt here. 3 versus 5.
Miss one charm to give them false hope. That's all it was for Jojo. Now they're in front of the Baron.
3K, you gotta make sure you land the smite. It was stolen last time. Xiaohu dives in. Early smite required. Who's gonna claim it? 1 kill. Viego gets it. He gets the Baron. Kill number 3. Kill number 4. And Evil Geniuses. The top river. The Baron. It belongs to the LCS champions.
They're back, baby! Evil Geniuses! They're back on top. The Baron is theirs, and the life of NA again seething through this river. The charm onto Wukong to start it off. Jojo from over the wall. Then they chase him down. Really, though, after Ming gets Wei goes back in. I think some miscommunication on RNG's fault, and then they get the burst so they can start the coveted Baron.
And this is why I said I get worried when I see Wei on these engaged champs, because sometimes he's not quite on the same page.
Watch
but
Jojo.
Here, it's so impressive. Jojo, 2 charms, 2 kills, and now the Baron back in the hands of Evil Geniuses. Can they push it to the game 4 with this?
Huge stuff. Xiaohu flashes in. They try and burst down Inspired, and they get his smite out, but then there's no damage left for RNG, and so Inspired, he sees this Baron going down. 260 health there. After they get their kills onto the RNG members, they can then turn towards it. Those are 2 low damage RNG members, so they shut down, my friends.
Yeah, that is like over 2,000 gold from kills.
Jojo Pyun, now RNG trying to squeeze through this corridor.
And they don't have to fight it. Giving away 1 drink doesn't mean a whole lot. They lock down away. There's Dragon secured, no soul, but how about the team fight? Dunk comes across, big ulti for Danny, but already 1 and 2 are dead. And EG had signs of life, and they've been short-lived. The trade back on a Gala who had heal and didn't burn it.
Gets the kill. Danny at least takes 1, and the execution damage of the Gale Force choice there does mean.
Oh, stops the ulti, only a slow. That one, Gal's gonna be safe here. Now Jojo Kun in danger, cleanses ults, and not gonna matter. Wei shuts him down. RNG 5,000 gold lead.
Ming's glacial fissures in these fights have been so impactful. It keeps EG wrapped in towards the Dragon Pit, and there it prevents Jojo Pyun from being able to follow up. Now RNG pushing down mid lane.
Clear in the mid lane wave. Impact will stay alive. It will keep the mid lane turret alive for now. Inspired does a walk away. We shouldn't kill him, but it will be some pretty good damage. Actually, that might be enough now. He can get a stun. That's going to be a GA burned, and that makes it pretty easy to get Inspired next time. Now, can he live? Ulti is up. Flash in a second. Reinforcements are enough. Though it's 5v4 in the map. Inspired walks away.
Xiaohu sitting in the bush here. He's been waiting here for the whole time, waiting for them to defend the mid.
The ulti's gonna come across Danny, able to cleanse, flash, stay alive. Wei will not catch him. But how about the rest? As Zaya comes in, impact, flashing, will not die, but another summoner is down.
Yeah, good defense there from EG. They evade death.
Scale maybe, but said, well, we don't have vision, and we're probably not going to win the fight if we had vision, so okay, the chances of this play are very eyes up there. Blue Trigger is really nice. Says, yep, they are indeed playing the trap in that brush. Rest of them in fog of war, though. Here comes the hard engage. Shahu over the flank as well. Is this the fight that does it? Sealing the deal. Jojo and Danny running away, staying alive for a moment, but Vulcan, he's going to be left to kill. Now one goes back over, though. It's Inspired to the backline. He gets two. Going in for Shahu. He's got Azonias way on the wings. They might get him, but they will do so. Impact staying alive. Ben will drop. Way's clone. It's just Way against the world. He trades one back, but it's 3 alive for EG. 3 alive for EG. Can the barrel chains work? Now Way knows the GP.
Once again, finding these miracle fights. They'll get the Baron. They'll get the bounties. Guys, are we going to a game 4? Is this it?
I'm living it right here. This is what I want. And able to slip around behind EG, and they chase both carries, but they lose sight of Inspired.
Yeah, and I think the team does just such a good job here, right? Both Jojo, Pion, and Danny have to back away. Ming is right in the backline trying to help, so you actually get to open up here as Danny with the bullet time, just trying to keep Bin at bay. And as you say, Impact and Inspired are running amok in the backline of RNG.
They just destroyed Gala there right off the back. Inspired went up, but it was a very early ultimate from Gala. As soon as he came back down from that, Inspired jumps on him. They get the reset kill.
A little bit, and he's wearing a red buff as well, so we'll actually just heavily regen this late in the game.
Has the Vamp Scepter there as well, so just trying to see if he can get up away.
Spotted. Almost a stun, would have been pretty good. Still a bit more damage coming across, though. Has to respect this one. Let's go to the ward, gets out.
Oh, this is so tense. I'm just waiting. It feels like with 20 seconds until...
10 flashes. Oh, wait. Big stun comes across. Evac for Impact. That is Lysandra ult down, but they go back in. Wade takes a chunk, then a 1500. Stays alive overall, but dropped low. Elder Dragon in 12 seconds. EG have won the team fight so far in this game. But will it be enough now? Bin, no barrel. TP in for Impact. This might be the fight here. Nice little poke from Gala, hits Vulcan. Shield gonna be on cooldown. Herald, sorry, Scuttle claim. Shahu waiting the wings. Cleanse and flash up for everyone. Shahu no ult though. Not as big of a flank threat. Charm lands. Big damage on the Ming. Pulls him right back in. Gonna flash of safety. Big damage though. Impact getting low. Bullet time comes across to keep him alive. Huge gangplank ult though. And this might be a fight that EG can no longer take.
Yeah, there's so much damage done to Inspired and Impact. The front line for EG is too low.
He can in for it.
You gotta look at me.
Dragon to deal some damage. Bin may lose his GA. Huge damage here. Charm will not land. Ult comes across. Danny's gone. 1 for 0 going for the rest. Impact forced to run. And RNG smell blood in the water. Blood in the mid lane. Vulcan chased down. Shahu will get his second kill. No. Safety finally gets him down and Inspired. Running for his life. He'll drop as well. RNG had to work for it. Game 2 was a comeback. Game 3 was a slobber knocker. But now they will knock EG out of the tournament going for the base.
And the TP to the bot lane. They know that this is over. You've only got Jojo, Pion, and Impact left against all members of RNG.
EG How do you build 20 seconds?
Yeah, I mean, they have to pull out a miracle to buy some time here.
Walks in to tank it. Impact and Jojo Pion, oldest and youngest players of the tournament. 2v5 to hold the base alive. RNG dive in. A charm on the Shahu. Has the self-ult. Impact buys time. Zonias as well. Turret's firing. Gala trades back with the Zonias, but he'll kill Jojo Pion. Wait, the charm. He's gonna get one. He gets one, and RNG turn tail to run.
The Elder Dragon's still up. They can still go towards it.
A flash. Danny gets one. Shifted bounty. Here's the escape for Inspired. Careful though. You're in a 1v3. Trades with Bin, but it's only a Guardian Angel. He's gonna die for it. They're gonna trade the GA. Way waiting around, but Elder will be claimed. Do they win the fight now? Ming, he gets back over the wall. Stays
Elder Dragon buff. The Elder Dragon is shorter and was acquired earlier, so EG's buff will fall off first. RNG do secure their Baron buff.
Who's part of that roster? Danny, pretty much the same age Stixley was, 1 extra split to his tenure.
Some objective bounties being picked up here by lane positions behind Evil Geniuses.
Botland's pushing. A bad pick for EG instantly ends the game.
Oh, wait.
Here he is looking at Shahu. Big damage. Oh, just deletes Jojo Pion. And that might be all she wrote. Impact runs for the hills. 1 auto to stun him. 2k health left, but he will drop as well. Shahu can do no wrong. A bullet time is huge, but it will not find kills. 3v5 doesn't even happen. Re-engage for Way. Vulcan should drop, and it's 2 against the world. Guardian Angel up. Way might burn down, but he will not find the kills. Ming low, but will not drop. GA still there, and he's gonna trade back in. Inspired can't get him. GA down, Danny gets one, but trades his life back out as Ben kills him, and is Inspired against the world, and the world is against Inspired. EG have been aced. The minions could do it by themselves. RNG beat Evil Geniuses 5 games in a row. RNG on the way to their 3rd MSI title. RNG in the finals.
RNG will be there to defend their...
Seem like the best team in the world, right? Best record of the group stage here, the Rumble stage. Like, they are the top dogs right now. Hey, they're into the finals 3-0. No matter whom they face, I think they're ready for it. Like, this is a very, very scary team. I'm excited to see if T1 or G2 can step up and play at that level. I know it's capable for them. I know it obviously can be done, but RNG are just an exciting team to watch. It's fun to see Xiaohu still doing it so many years into his career now. And it's going to be a fun final when they get there.
And the bottom lane, Gala and Ming, the camera wasn't down there for a lot of the time, but they were winning on their own and getting so many of these advantages too. The team never had to worry about that area.
Yeah, and I think that's why we saw them kind of step up in the LPL as well, right? Like, they were going up, V5 were the favorites. Then they're going out against top esports who were winning out in these early skirmishes, but they could manage to take it the distance anyway. And now we have to see just how far that distance is going to go.
It's going to be fun. So the next episode of the Spotify exclusive podcast, Rift Reaction, hosted by Travis Cafford and our own Emily Rand, is out now. Releases every Wednesday. Leave your thoughts.
RNG, they complete the sweep. EG made them work for it, particularly in that 2nd and 3rd games, but our defending champions will waltz their way in to the finals with that 3-0 scoreline, awaiting the winner of tomorrow's matchup between T1 and G2.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sad to see EG get swept, but it was kind of expected given the discrepancy between these two teams. Things I'm super happy about, though, they didn't, outside of like game 1, which is just a mega stomp and kind of a not great draft, they hung in there, right? Like, they kept trying to make plays. They kept trying to do things around the map, which I was appreciated, especially in this 3rd game. And also, like, there's still so much, I hate to use the P word, but potential for this team because of the young players, because of the way they play around them. JoJo was able to have some really strong showings individually, which I really liked. So hopefully, at the very least, EG exit with a few more fans, because it's a very fun team.
I was going to say, I think NA's biggest fan, Vedius, will agree that there were definitely some highlight moments within this series for EG in a matchup that they were very much expected to lose. But ultimately, I think that just goes to show as well RNG's composure in these games where they're still able to, in the late game, find those creative angles and find the right fights to close it out.
Yeah, and like you're seeing on your screen right now, a pretty incredible engage from RNG where the fight did end up going awry for them, and massive props to Inspired for being able to find this play. And I've witnessed firsthand Inspired doing these type of plays. I was talking backstage about that Misfits Rogue series where he was able to get a pentakill on this champion, but it wasn't quite enough this time round. And I think that for EG, right now, the biggest takeaway that I have is that a lot of their wins are very reliant on this like miracle play, this miracle performance, and we're seeing it from JoJo here once again.
Base defense.
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible thing, and again, it ties back to that point that Emily makes about potential, and I love that the cast has mentioned, because as a European, this hits very close to home with Perks. Like, many of us consider him to be one of the greatest European players of all time, and he started with a much worse performance than this. He was very cocky on social media. He went into that tournament at MSI and he completely fell short. And later, I mean, he became an MSI champion 3 years later, and as I said, he became one of Europe's greatest representations, and this could be the same start of that story for JoJo. I think that potential really does exist. He has the confidence to drive the willpower. Just right now, he hasn't quite hit his peak yet.
Well, I know you brought something up in there with EG kind of still relying on like this miracle play, right? So they try to have these set plays, they sometimes don't work, and then it comes down to team fight. I think the discrepancy, and we'll see what you think, Jordan, because in the 3rd game, you're like, I don't know, I'm nervous, they might drop a game. I think RNG's still like greatest strength is just their absolute understanding of the map itself and how to leverage that.
100%. I mean, we saw that, right? Whenever they'd start to fall behind, they just have really creative ways of maybe even like knowing, hey, we have push and bot here, we can make our way into enemy jungle, finding a pick onto the enemy side, and then just knowing that RNG does have that composure. I mean, they've come out in interviews and said like Xiaohu and Ming are the mom and dad, they keep everyone in check, they make sure the mentals are good. and luckily, mom and dad delivered today.
And I mean, we saw it multiple times in terms of they understand what space is theirs.
Yeah.
Backstage, it was so funny listening when Impact almost got caught out repeatedly, and it's just a matter of, well, I'm sorry, Impact, that space doesn't belong to you, and RNG know that. And it's a difficult thing to like highlight in the moment, but when you go back and watch the games, you'll realize how well RNG recognize this spot belongs to us. This spot doesn't, so we'll play around what we can and what we can't, and then they punish you the moment you step out of line, which is what makes them a terrifying team.
Lyric, you threw the name out already, but our OP player of the game goes to Ming in this third game. The Braum pick in and of itself, I thought, fantastic draft adaptation in seeing that MF come through, and then from early on in the lane phase, the double kill picked up in the 2v2, then the TP to the top lane. That might be the best play of that early game.
Yeah, I just love to see it. Ming has been a player who I think the world has recognized as one of the best supports for many, many years. I feel like in the LPL, he's the most diverse support we have in terms of like, he can roam, he can play engage, he can play for lane. He's one of the only supports in LPL I trust to play
with
in
the chair across the face.
And in this game, just phenomenal. He was everywhere he needed to be. He literally made Danny a non-factor. His use of his shield was just so good. And again, just great to see Ming finding the impact all over the map, finding the impact in lane. And, you know, I think making a solid argument to where everyone coming in hyping, I think, Carrier respect, you know, like deservedly is potentially the best support or player in the world. And I think Ming is going to come out of this series and maybe even the tournament with his name up there.
There were so many fights like the one we just saw where Ming gets out with like a sliver
right
of health
there.
and
Dude,
is still able to block all this damage, right?
out in the back.
Oh man, yeah, it was rough. What I need to know from you, Jordan, is Ming the mom or the dad? I have to know.
If I remember correctly, I believe it was Ming was the strict mom and Xiao was the loving father. Which
all right, I was curious.
Yeah, pretty interesting in terms of how they went with that one, but yeah. Ming's a strict one. Ming brings the belt.
I'll say that his children are disciplined. You know,
Yeah.
like
Well, Finn?
they okay. He's the exception. He's the you know, when they say you can play in the mud for a little while, he then comes back covered in mud.
Yeah, he's also he's the youngest. He's the angel young child.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So you kind of just let him do whatever. He TP's top to cover for him. Like, don't worry, Ben, we got you.
Yeah. You know, like those gifs of where you see like and the dad just kind of like, oh, okay, gotta grab you, and there we go, great. I was like, okay, nice save. But obviously, we throw a bit of shade towards Ben, but he also had a fantastic series.
Yeah,
as well.
he absolutely did.
I think it's been his best game so
and
far.
And we talk a lot about how RNG as a team, we talked about it in the Telestrators, we showed it in the dives, like we've been trying to highlight it all day. You can say what you want about Bin, but the team really does enable him when they need to, and their ability to play around side lanes, like they're just a well-oiled machine. And the name we haven't mentioned all day is Gala, which is insane when you really think about it, because we haven't even gotten to the point at which we need Gala to step up and be the guy that he became famous for, which is replacing Uzi and being the super hyper carry of this team if he needs to. And we saw some highlight reels from him, but he's still always that player that when things come, when the chips are down, he can always step up and carry for the team.
I was going to say, he simply just got it done today, right? He didn't do anything special, so he didn't do anything special, and that's fine. It was a good look on the Xayah in multiple games. We'll pull up the bracket just as a quick refresher again. RNG, they slapped themselves into that best-of-5 finals. They await the winner of tomorrow's best-of-5 series between T1 and G2. That's going to be a highlight matchup, to say the least. But before we talk about that, because we will preview that matchup in just a bit, I kind of want to talk about how we feel about an RNG coming out of this type of 3-0 and going into the finals. Again, remembering that they are the defending champions. They're looking to bring that title back once again. Xiaohu back in the mid lane. You know, dominant from a scoreline perspective, but those two games, those second two games are going to make you think about what, you know, either, you know, team that comes out of tomorrow's series will be able to learn or take from it into
I'm nervous, Dash. I'm nervous.
Of course you're
I'm nervous going into those series. The one thing I'll say about RNG is they've looked like this in almost all their wins throughout the year. It's never super dominant. It's never they're just going to come in and crush you. They are a team that kind of gets pulled down into the mud with other teams, and they do very often have to be able to find their way back in the game. So I think RNG definitely could take a series against T1. But, you know, we're not going to get there because they're going to play G2, and then RNG are going to win because we always beat LEC. So.
Okay. Well, what I will say about RNG is, like, my biggest takeaways are, number one, they are the best drafters at the tournament, in my opinion. in terms of their ability to be flexible and what they showcase in Champion. And I think the reason why they won that final, I will never forget that Jax pick and how brilliant I think it was. And I think that this is something that is going to be the hardest thing to overcome for both T1 and G2, depending on who make it there, to be able to defeat RNG, because their ability, like the Braum is a great example of what we saw in Game 3. It doesn't matter what you throw at them, they will have an answer somewhere. And that, to me, is one of the hardest things that you have to overcome before you even get onto the Rift.
All right, well, then let's talk about who we think might make it there to challenge RNG as we turn our attention to tomorrow's series. It's T1 versus G2, Faker versus Caps in the mid lane. That's our featured matchup presented by Mercedes-Benz, and you wouldn't want it any other way. Two of the best mids that we've seen on an international stage going toe-to-toe for that shot at taking down RNG. Vedius, I'll come to you first.
Yeah, I mean, it's super exciting. I've had the pleasure of casting both of those series in the past, and I will get to cast another one tomorrow, which is going to be great. I will say that often when you see these two go up against each other, G2 are very rarely the favorites. Often, I think that when we think back to 2019 in particular, G2 is considered a strong team, but depending on who you spoke to, they were either number 3, number 2, or number 1, but more often than not, I found that T1 was always the favorites. And one of the things that happened a lot in 2019 was G2 would draft scaling to kind of beat T1. I think that they had a very good draft approach that made them a good answer into T1, and they found ways to shut them down. My concern right now is that T1, their early game is just as dominant as it always has been. I think that they look very convincing. But I feel like that this team is much better at adapting and evolving than previous iterations won, or at least compared to the 2019. And I don't know if G2 have the same level of on-the-fly flexibility that they used to have. So on paper, I would predict T1. But
what are you doing?
What do you want from me?
Mr.
What do you want?
Mr. NA comes out, delivers the rant for LCS, and you know what I'm going to say? I believe in G2.
Yeah, but that's because you want them to win.
Because you think they're a better matchup for RNG.
Make me monologue on G2's behalf tomorrow, okay?
Look, G2, I feel like we're going to come in tomorrow. They're going to have, I think, much better drafts in their second half, where we got the weird things like the Riven coming out. They also bringing out the Corki. Go back to what you had before, right? Some aggression in the early game. You still have some scaling tools like the Ornn to be able to take these team fights. And the one area I feel like G2 really can outclass T1 is just Jankos and his creativity, right? A lot of his ganks can come at unexpected timings, and Gumayushi will be punished by every single one of them. G2 to the finals.
Okay, interesting. So I'm just gonna compare them, I guess, a little bit more analytically. I really love what you brought up about timers, and also what you brought up about T1 early game, because I think when you look at the way T1 were absolutely able to be so dominant early, it's because they have a really strong understanding, again, of wave timers and where they're supposed to be, especially with like Faker, you know, kind of delaying to the kind of what you'd think of as the second wave and then roaming top. Their top side focus, I think, is really interesting. That's actually why I don't think they'll go bot all that much. Sorry, Jordan. But,
maybe they don't need to.
Yeah, I mean, I think
will deliver it.
I do think, though, I'm glad that you brought up Jankos, though, because I think Jankos is so experienced and he has a really good understanding of the way that other teams do want to play around what we would consider like correct timers, right? So then it's a matter of, okay, can he disrupt the early game enough? I think the other thing that's kind of interesting about both of these teams is I feel like we definitely haven't seen what I think this T1 team is capable of yet at this tournament. And then G2 are all similar